I was born in Saigon in the south of Vietnam, about 15 days before the Vietnam War officially ended. I spent the first 3 years of my life in Vietnam, after which my family emigrated to Australia as refugees. My name is Steve Tran. I'm a corporate partner here in the Hong Kong office of Mayer Brown. So we landed on the sunny shores of Sydney, Australia, when I was 3 years old. Australia was where I grew up, where I went to law school and worked for a number of years before coming out to Hong Kong. So I'm Australian by nationality and sporting affiliation. I grew up in a predominantly Anglo-Saxon town. Certainly throughout primary school and most of my high school life, I was the only Asian kid in school. But I've been based in Asia now for about 20 years, both here in Hong Kong and also a 5-year stint in Tokyo. Those three societies, those three countries or places, they're very different. In a nutshell, Australia as a whole, it's not perfect, but as a whole, it tends to be a more open place. That's slightly different to what I've experienced living in Asia for the past 2 decades. I think for cultural, for societal, for the reasons of tradition and value systems, I think Asia is a little less open and a little less accommodating of sort of differences from an LGBT perspective. I attach a lot of that to the cultural nuances of Asia, the traditions and the value systems that come into play. So I'm not LGBT myself, but I am very strongly an ally. I don't think you need to be LGBT to be supportive of LGBT rights. And so from that perspective, being somebody who is very supportive and strongly so, I think my voice has been accepted among my LGBT friends and colleagues, both within Mayer Brown and outside of Mayer Brown. Prejudice is prejudice, no matter what form it takes, and whether it's racial prejudice against somebody because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity or their religious beliefs. Anyone who has experienced prejudice in whatever form it may take has a role to play in speaking up for other people. Everyone deserves to feel respected, to feel accepted, and to feel validated in their own skin and certainly in their own place of work.